देहरादून के रहने वाले मेजर विभूति डोंडियाल 55 राष्ट्रीय राइफल्स के थे और पिछले साल ही उनकी शादी हुई थी। 5 साल पहले उनके पिताजी का निधन हो चुका है और उनकी मां हार्ट पेशेंट है। मेजर डोंडियाल की पत्नी ने अपने पति की शहादत पर गर्व जताया और उन्हें सैल्यूट कर अंतिम विदाई दी।
Okay, good morning, gentlemen. And on behalf of the complete security forces team present here today, I would like to welcome all members of the friends from the press, the electronic media, the print media, and the local journalists who are here with us today. At the outset, again on behalf of the complete security forces team in Kashmir, I would like to pay our homages to the brave martyrs of the CRPF who attained martyrdom on the 14th of February in the Pulwama explosion. Our heart and our feeling and our sympathies and our condolences go to the families. I would also like to wish them and their wards all the very best for the future and assure them that security forces are with them and will always remain with them. I also like to pay homage to the martyrs of yesterday's operation, 4 from the army, including a major, and Havaldar, 1 head constable from the JKP from Karna. I also like to take this opportunity to give an update on the injured of the CRPF convoy attack on 14th. All of them in the 92 hospital base hospital are undergoing an excellent treatment, and I have been meeting them twice a day every day. All of them are out of danger. They all have spoken to their families and they are doing very well. Similarly, the injured of yesterday's operation, including Brigadier Harbir Singh of Army, DIG Amit Kumar of the JKP, and other officers and men from the Army and the JKP are doing very well, and they are excellent condition and they are out of danger. They are being looked after by the best doctors available here. Now coming down to the operation yesterday. Ever since 14th of February convoy attack on CRP, we were tracking the top JEM leadership in Kashmir Valley. As you are aware, that convoy attack was carried out by Jaish-e-Mohammed of Pakistan, and it was being controlled from Pakistan with active support of ISI and the Pakistan Army. The local commanders, most of them Pakistanis, who were in charge of controlling, coordinating, fabricating and execution of this operation, were the main people of the JEM top leadership in the valley. Since this leadership of the JEM was on our track, ever since this incident happened, and day before night, at midnight, on specific information, we hit this module. And I'm happy to inform the country that in less than 100 hours, we eliminated the JEM leadership in the valley, which was being handled by JEM from Pakistan. The details of the terrorists killed, 2 Pakistani terrorists and 1 local conduit. The terrorists have been shared by you by the police in the yesterday's press release. I would also like to tell one thing to the parents of the local youth, especially the mothers, because I understand and I know in a Kashmiri society, mother has a great role to play. Through you, I would request all the mothers of Kashmir to please request their sons who have joined terrorism to surrender and get back to the mainstream. Anyone who has picked up gun in Kashmir will be eliminated unless he surrenders. And this is a message and a request to all the mothers. Please tell your children to surrender. There is a very good surrender policy being initiated by the government. so that they can join the mainstream and pursue with their life and their future course. Otherwise, anyone, as I said earlier, anyone who has picked up a gun will be killed and eliminated unless he surrenders. I also like to inform you that success of this operation within less than 100 hours was a result of complete synergy between all security forces, may it be Army, JKP, SOG, CRPF or the intelligences. We are working in complete cohesion and unison. In the end, once again, with prayer on my lips and pride in my heart, I pay my homage to all the martyrs of 14th February convoy attack and yesterday's operation. And now I request IGP Kashmir and IG CRPF to give their version, and thereafterwards we will take on any questions which you may have. Thank you.
I will just not we have given a detailed press release yesterday, and a detailed press release has been issued yesterday, and I must say that it was an excellent operation. The coordination and the synergy which was reflected on ground, and on specific information this operation was launched, and as we know that 3 top terrorists were eliminated of Jaish-e-Mohammed. Regarding the investigational details of the case, the investigational details of the case will be shared with you as the investigation progresses, and the other findings like the details regarding the recovery and other details will also share with the media as and when the investigation progresses. Thank you.
Sir, wait. I would start by paying my deepest homage to the martyred personnel of the Indian Army and the JKB yesterday, and also to the martyred men of the CRPF on the 14th. I would like to assure everyone, and above all the family members of the martyred brave men, that whatever it takes, whatever it costs, we as the Corps Commander already said, we as a team would ensure that all the people involved in these attacks are booked as per law. We stand by our families, by our martyrs, and I would like to assure everyone of our resolve to take this to its logical end. At the same time, I would, since the media is here, I would like to highlight one phone number, that is 14411 of the Madadgar. Our helpline has been helping Kashmiris all over the country in the wake of this attack, and I'm happy to inform that a lot of Kashmiri students have approached this helpline for help all over the country. Everything is under control, and all Kashmiri children studying outside have been taken care of by the security forces all over the country. But still, if there are any issues, I would appeal to them to approach this number for any help they require. Thank you.
Sir, मैं मनीष नजीर से।
Thank you.
सर, मैं मनीष नजीर से। सर, मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि जो पुलवामा में अटैक हुआ, कितने घंटे बीत चुके हैं? थोड़ा मैं बताइए कि किस तरीके से जो आतंकियों ने जैश में प्लानिंग की, कैसे इतने ज़्यादा फोर्सेस को इकट्ठा कर पाया? क्या वाकई में पहले से कोई इंटेलिजेंस इनपुट था? किस तरीके से हमले को अंजाम दिया गया? कुछ इस बारे में।
Okay, gentlemen, this is a matter of investigation. The investigation is at a very advanced stage. Although we are aware of a lot of details, but I would not like to share the details at this moment, and I hope you will understand our concern, since all the details are under investigation.
सर, कल का जो हेलीकॉप्टर है, क्या वजह है कि आर्मी को ज्यादा कैजुअलिटीज का सामना करना पड़ा? क्या ये जैश के जो मिलिटेंट थे, क्या ये वेल ट्रेन्ड थे, या आपकी स्ट्रैटेजी में कोई कमी थी? बिकॉज यू हैव सफर्ड ह्यूज लॉस.
ओके, जो कल का ऑपरेशन था स्पेसिफिकली, क्योंकि जो इंजरीज और जो हमारे मार्टरडम्स हमारे हुए हैं, इसके 2-3 मेन रीजन हैं. फर्स्ट वन, we did not want the civilian casualties to happen, and as you are aware, other than the one civilian fatal casualty which happened due to the terrorist fire in the initial stages itself, not a single civilian has been injured or killed in this encounter, which lasted more than 17 hours. And that is the risk we took. We took it on our chin. And one more thing I would like to tell you, Brigadier Harbir Singh, who is also injured, he was on leave at home. When he realized that in the midnight the operation has started, he cut short his leave voluntarily, he rejoined, and he came back to Kashmir and went straight to the operational site. And he was leading his men from the front. So including DIG Amit Kumar, again he was leading his men from the front, and you would see the number of casualties of officers and the senior NCOs. It shows one thing, that our commanders were leading the operation from the front, and we were trying to achieve nil civil casualties, which has resulted in casualties to our boys. And I would like to assure you, this will continue. But at the same time, since this question is asked, I also want to convey a message to the Awam. Please stay away from the encounter site during the encounter and after the encounter, for your own safety, because during the encounter, during the crossfire, something can go wrong. And after the encounter, because of the leftover explosives, it may cause damage or injury or death to anyone who comes to that place. So it's my humble request to everyone, please stay away from the encounter site during and after the encounter. Gentlemen, please, we'll go one by one. We'll take all your questions.
One at a time. I told you I'll moderate the press conference. Please, Mufti Islam.
Sir, are there more challenges of similar kind of attacks like car bombs or Fidain? And how are you going to prevent them? What are the measures in place where you're going to, prevent them or stop them?
This type of a car bomb, which happened on the CRP convoy on 14th, as you are all aware, it happened after a long time in Kashmir, and with this type of intensity, it had not happened earlier. However, similar incidents have happened in the other countries, in Syria, in Afghanistan, in Pakistan earlier. And since this modus operandi now has been started by the terrorists, we are alive to it. We are keeping our tracks open, and we are keeping all options open to deal with this type of modus operandi in future.
Nazir, wait, please, sir, please wait. Sir, Nazir Muslim.
There are 2 points. One, Kamran and Pakistan, you said you relate the leadership of Jaish. Why did was Kamran mastermind of the suicide attack on CRPF? Number 2, Mr. Zulfikar Hassan, IGP CRPF, talked about the stress Kashmiris are facing outside the country. Army has this Sadbhavna program for last more than 2 decades to win hearts and minds of the people. Whatever is happening because of in the wake of this attack on Kashmiris, is that a setback to your strategy to win back hearts and minds?
First of all, the question about Kamran. Gentlemen, Kamran was Chief Operations Commander of Jaish-e-Mohammed in Kashmir. He was a Pakistani, and he was being handled by the Jaish-e-Mohammed of Pakistan in conjunction with ISI and Pakistan Army from across the border. So he was the top commander of the Jaish-e-Mohammed, which carried out the 14th February convoy attack. So we have eliminated the top commander of the Jaish-e-Mohammed, which carried out the attack. Now whether who was involved, what was the role of each and every other player in that attack on the convoy, as I told earlier, is a matter of investigation. I would not like to share the operational details of that incident. Now coming to the second point about the Kashmiri youth and the Sadbhavna. Sadbhavna is a very well thought out, well planned out way we are going about healing, giving a healing touch to the Kashmiri youth, the Kashmiri far-flung areas. That will continue, and we every time renew it, we review it, and we try and make it more effective, and we will continue to do that.
So my point was about what is happening to Kashmiris in other parts of
The
the country.
question about Kashmiris in other parts of the country, gentlemen, it's a political and an administrative question outside the purview of my domain. So I would not like to comment on that. Administration has commented on that, and there is a very positive outcome of that which is now being seen.
Neeraj.
जनरल आपने कहा कि पाकिस्तान आर्मी से सपोर्ट मिला इस अटैक के लिए, थोड़ा सा हमें बता पाएंगे कि किस तरह से ये सपोर्ट मिला? क्या हमें एविडेंस है कि पाकिस्तान आर्मी लगातार कामरान के टच में थी या एक्सप्लोजिव लाने पे पाकिस्तान आर्मी ने मदद की यहाँ पर पुलवामा?
पाकिस्तान आर्मी जैश-ए-मोहम्मद पाकिस्तान आर्मी का ही एक बच्चा है। जैश-ए-मोहम्मद को पाकिस्तान आर्मी ही कंट्रोल कर रही है और ISI ही कंट्रोल कर रही है, और जैसे कि आपने कल जैश ए मोहम्मद का रिलीज भी देखा होगा, उन्होंने ये कबूला भी है कि उनका चीफ ऑपरेशंस कमांडर जो है इस हमले में मारा गया है। तो पाकिस्तान आर्मी का इन्वॉल्वमेंट इसमें 100% है, इसमें मेरे को और आपको किसी को कोई शक नहीं है।
पास 1-1.5 साल में जो फोर्सेस का कंसंट्रेशन था वो लश्कर और हिज़्ब पे था, क्या इसका फायदा उठाकर जैश ने अपना नेटवर्क बना लिया है? और आज की डेट में कितने जैश के लड़के होंगे जो साउथ कश्मीर और नॉर्थ कश्मीर में ऑपरेट कर रहे हैं?
पॉइंट इज दैट जो आपने बताया, जैश ए मोहम्मद के ऊपर पूरी फोकस सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस की रही है। पिछले साल 58 जैश के जो कार्डर्स थे वो मारे गए हैं। इस बार अभी 31 एलिमिनेशन हुआ है, तो 31 एलिमिनेशन में 12 जैश ए मोहम्मद के लोग मारे गए। तो ऐसी कोई बात नहीं कि जैश ए मोहम्मद के ऊपर फोकस नहीं है, पूरी तरह से फोकस है। एंड ऑल्सो यू हैव टू अप्रिशिएट 2018 देयर वाज नॉट अ सिंगल अटैक, suicidal attack or that nature of attack which Jaish could carry out. So we are working on it and we are trying our best. There are credible leads also, as it was said, and we are after them. So there is no question of
talking of Ghazi. Talking of Ghazi, from the last couple of days we've seen a lot of theories about him, that he's an Afghan war veteran, so many things, I mean, so many inputs about him. Also the fact that since Afghanistan, we've seen US withdrawal from Afghanistan, and we're talking of the larger picture, there could be a case where those people may be directed towards the Kashmir Valley, and this is seen as a kind of a curtain reason to this Ghazi. So how do you see that overall picture as far as American withdrawal to the general staff?
First of all, talking about the so-called Ghazi, you know it better than me in Kashmir, kitne Ghazi aaye, kitne chale gaye. So there's nothing new in it. All these aliases keep happening and we'll handle them. There's no problem about it. Let any Ghazi come. Now talking about in situation in Afghanistan and its impact on Kashmir, I think a lot has been written on it, a lot has been said about it. Coming down to the Kashmir Valley, we are very clear, anyone who enters Kashmir Valley will not go back alive in whichever way. So our focus is very clear on counter-terrorism operations.
Sir, on the background of this attack which happened in Avantikpura, there were clear intelligence inputs also that militants have infiltrated, especially Jaish Fidayeen squads, for planning to carry out strike around 9 and 11 February, Abdul Guru or Kabul. Do we have still some Fidayeen militants present in the Srinagar or Kashmir Valley who are planning to carry out such attacks? Number one. Number two question is, sir, during last 2 years, we have eliminated a lot of militants, including local and foreign. But there was a trend that recruitment was going on alongside the team of militants. What is the status of recruitment right now? Did forces succeeded in curtail that recruitment of militants to some extent?
The first part of the question, the intelligence inputs about such attacks or similar attacks. There are a lot of intelligence inputs about various types of modus operandi of the terrorist, which I would not like to share in this press conference because that's operational information in nature. But suffices to say, I would like to assure everyone that all types of intelligence inputs, as I said, the teams, security forces here, we are taking into account all intelligence inputs and we are acting on it. What happens is only probably about 1 or 2% of what has been denied to them. The actions of security forces based on intelligence, there are a lot of actions by the terrorists which are not allowed to happen. So naturally it doesn't come into the open domain. Now second point about recruitment. Yes, definitely the recruitment has come down in the recent months and that's a good sign. I would like to compliment the Awam of the Kashmir for this and the youth, that recruitment has come down. Because as I said earlier, you pick up a gun, you are dead, unless you surrender. I would also like IGP Kashmir to say on the recruitment if he has something to say.